I don't want to go among mad people.
Oh, you can't help that. Most everyone's mad here. You may have noticed that I'm not all there myself. And the moras outbreak.
Goodness. If the people here are like that, I must try not to upset them.
Fake friends are like leeches, clingy when it's convenient, but never there when you need support. They're all about appearances, not genuine connections. And trust me, those shallow relationships can be toxic, like really toxic. They often use you to their advantage and then drop you when things get tough. And that's not even the worst of it. The worst type of fake friend is the one who's like a wolf in sheep's clothing, pretending to be your ally, but secretly in competition with you, always praying for your downfall and hiding their true intentions. It's a painful cycle that can leave you feeling lonely and even mentally and physically drained. But remember, you're not alone. This video offers a roadmap to navigating the world of fake friends, helping you cope with the emotional toll they take and helping you deal with bad company. Part 1. If you find yourself surrounded by fake friends who are either taking advantage of you or trying to bring you down, here's what you can do. Recognize the difference between real and fake friends. Unlike what we discussed earlier, real friends are there for the good, the bad, and everything in between. They're your cheerleaders, and they bring a sense of belonging and support. We made a longer, more elaborate video on the differences between good friends and toxic friends. Check it out here. Validate your feelings. Ever felt like you were surrounded by friends, but still kinda lonely? Yeah, us too. You're not alone. It's important to validate your feelings when you realize you're surrounded by fake friends and feel like you don't have any real ones. Acknowledging the hurt, betrayal, loneliness, and disappointment helps you see the situation for what it is. Instead of intellectualizing your feelings, try to stop analyzing them and just feel them. Denying your emotions or ignoring the red flags can lead to confusion and prolonged suffering. By validating your feelings, you give yourself permission to set healthy boundaries, heal, and protect your emotional well-being rather than staying stuck in toxic dynamics that drain you. Recognize your self-worth. When you're surrounded by fake people for too long, it can really dim your self-worth. Their behaviors and words can make you feel like you're not good enough or don't deserve love and care. But that's not true. Recognizing your worth is powerful. It's the first step in protecting yourself. One simple way to do this is by getting a journal and writing down what you like about yourself every day. Reflect on why you're good enough just the way you are as a person and what makes you worthy of real love and respect. This daily practice helps shift your mindset, making it easier to spot toxic behavior, set boundaries, and prioritize your well-being. Embrace your own company. Learn to love your own vibe. Schedule some me time in your calendar each week for solo activities you genuinely enjoy. This could be anything from reading in a coffee shop, taking a nature walk, trying a new recipe, painting, or simply relaxing in a bubble bath. Embracing your own company is crucial because when you're comfortable in your own skin and don't need validation from others, you're less likely to be swayed by fake friends trying to manipulate or trauma bond you. Set healthy boundaries. Once you recognize your self-worth and build strong self-esteem, saying no becomes much easier. Let fake friends know you're not available for their negativity or manipulations. It's okay to decline requests that make you uncomfortable or drain your energy. Saying no is not selfish. It's a way of protecting your time and energy for things that truly matter. If they're particularly harmful, the unfriend and block buttons are your best tools for protecting your peace. Part 2. After you've removed toxic friends, what's next? Once you've cut ties with fake friends, it's completely normal to feel a bit isolated or even a little lost at first. But what happens when you're left with those casual friends or acquaintances who don't offer a genuine connection? How do you handle that emptiness and move forward? Here's how you can reclaim your power and take control of your social circle. Recognize the disconnect. It's easy to feel like something's off when your friendships lack real depth. According to the American Friendship Project, over 75% of people say they're happy with the number of friends they have, but more than 40% still feel disconnected. If you're feeling that void, it's not about the number of friends, but about the quality of your connections. It's important to acknowledge that feeling and take charge of it. Making healthy decisions in friendships. Always remember, you are in the driver's seat of your own life, so it's time to take control of who rides along with you. Start by identifying those who truly respect your boundaries and lift you up. Don't be afraid to distance yourself from people who drain your energy or push you past your limits. Once you let go of the toxic connections, actively seek out people who share your values, your interests, and your vibe. Join communities or groups that align with your passions. Remember, quality over quantity is everything. Seek out people who bring light into your life and build something real. Building new, genuine friendships. Building new friendships is like driving down a road you've never been on. There's no rush. Take your time and don't pressure yourself to form deep connections too quickly. Engage in activities or groups where you can meet like-minded people naturally. Allow those relationships to develop at their own pace. Focus on shared values and genuine connections rather than rushing to make it official. And yes, this applies even in friendships as well, not just romantic relationships. Just because you connect with someone doesn't mean there's someone you can automatically trust. By going slow, you'll ensure that the friendships you build are based on true compatibility, not just filling a void. Part 3, addressing the traps of external validation and loneliness. We've talked about how freeing ourselves from fake friends is a huge win and how taking the driver's seat in creating new connections is empowering. But here comes the real challenge: overcoming the fear of loneliness, the pull of external validation, and the fear of history repeating itself. Even with strong self-worth, it's natural to crave connection and support from others. Do most of your friendships feel one-sided, like a broken record, always stuck on me, and when you try to share, they suddenly disappear? Why do we stay in these unfulfilling relationships? It's time to dig deeper. The truth is, the fear of loneliness or stepping out of familiar circles can keep us holding on. We get comfortable seeking connections in the same old ways, even if those connections no longer nourish us. Recognizing the need for external validation. We're all human, and it's natural to seek validation from time to time. But when does it become unhealthy? Are you relying solely on external approval, or do you also find validation within yourself? As children, we naturally seek validation and love from our parents, and that's completely normal. But as we grow older, if we didn't receive enough of it growing up, we start seeking it externally. Instead of giving it to ourselves, we look for it from others because we didn't learn how to build self-validation and self-love. Constantly seeking validation, whether through likes, compliments, or attention, can trap us in a cycle that leaves us feeling empty. To break free, it's important to shift the focus inward. Cultivate your self-worth from within and learn to value yourself on your own terms. Your self-esteem belongs to you, and it should never be dictated by others' opinions. Building healthy, mutually enriching relationships. When you stop seeking validation from others, you're more likely to attract friendships that are genuine and fulfilling. Look for relationships built on mutual respect, understanding, and support. These are the kinds of connections that nourish your soul and empower you. Shift your focus away from superficial validation, and you'll naturally draw in those who bring real value to your life. Reframing loneliness. Loneliness can sting. It can ache. But it's also an opportunity for self-growth and reflection. Instead of fearing isolation, see it as a chance to reconnect with yourself. Use this time to nurture your own well-being, whether that's through self-care, journaling, or pursuing a passion that brings you joy. Aishwarya Raj, a licensed clinical psychologist, suggests engaging in activities that fill you with purpose. By reframing loneliness as an opportunity, you'll build emotional resilience and grow stronger in your own company. If you're struggling with fake friends right now, remember, it's not about you. Their actions are a reflection of who they are, not who you are. Just like the tide, People come and go. Some friends are the casual, once in a while coffee buddies. Some are the ones you need to keep your distance from at all costs. And then there are those who truly matter and deserve your time and energy. It's important to be able to be discerning of them. It's normal to want a genuine friendship. Friendships can be great when they are mutually satisfying and respectful. But take caution to never get lost in your desire for friendship. If you're struggling to cope with the emotional fallout of a fake friendship, therapy can be a valuable resource.